Dear NHL Seattle, pick a freaking name. Look, it would have been one thing if we had just been told from the get-go that the goal was going to be the summer or spring of 2020. Sure, it still would have seemed like a long time, but at least we would have known what to expect. Instead, we've just had the decision on name and branding kind of dangled in front of us with loose deadlines, and then had those moved time and time again, which has been incredibly frustrating. And it's not that I don't think that the reasons for moving the deadline haven't been good. After all, time is on our side, and I'm glad it's being used in order to get this decision done right. But again, if we had just known from the get-go that this much time was needed, that would have been a much better alternative to what we have now. But that is all in the past now, and at least from what we're hearing, it sounds like a decision has been made, and it's just now in legal processing with the league. And to be fair, the most important thing is that we have a team playing in 2021, and in order for that to happen, there needs to be a stadium for them to play in. Plus, given the circumstances, it sounds like a very incredible job has been done in order to keep the timetable of that stadium's opening on track. But if we do have a name and it's ready to go, why not announce it now? This is the perfect time. Due to unforeseen and definitely unfortunate circumstances with this virus, we have been handed a golden window of time in which to announce this name where it would be the biggest news in the sports world. And again, don't get me wrong, I understand and really appreciate the stance of not wanting to come off as tone deaf with this announcement given the circumstances. And sure, there is always going to be some people who just want to be mad at things that are probably going to see any announcement happening right now as just a ploy to get a little bit of extra profit out of the situation. And yes, having some kind of announcement party like what Vegas did would be really awesome to get that kind of atmosphere, and it's something that fans like me would really enjoy. But it could be a very long time before that doesn't come off as incredibly tone deaf, much less before it's even legal again. And at least I do not want to wait that long. Plus, at least to me, there is another even more important reason that now is the best time to announce the team name. Ultimately, this team is a business, and so an opportunity to make the biggest news in the sports world, especially for an NHL team, is one that should not be passed up. But again, to me, the more important reason for announcing the name right now is that we need a distraction. At this point, pretty much everywhere has been significantly affected in some way by this virus, and Seattle in particular has been hit very hard by it. And even if the worst is over, and that still is a pretty big if, it's still going to be a very long time before we're able to recover from this. And to some extent, we never will recover fully. And in times like this, what our community could not just use, but what we need are things to distract us from everything else going on and things to rally around, which even something as simple as naming a team can definitely serve as. It's a chance for a new team to jump in and help a hurting community in any way they can. And in so doing, helping ingrain themselves as part of that community more quickly. I mean, just for example, look what happened with the Vegas team. Now obviously there are a lot of reasons that is a very different situation, but in the end, the Golden Knights, a team that hadn't played a game yet, stepped up and helped when its community needed it most. And as a result, they are now a part of that community in a way that no other team really could be. And obviously the team won't play for another year, and Seattle has the Seahawks, Mariners, and even Sounders that can help as well. But this is the NHL Seattle team's chance to make a difference when it could really count. Now obviously I'm making a pretty big deal out of what is ultimately just a team name and colors. But that's kind of the point. It's just a name and colors, and especially if it's already been picked, why not announce it now and make it more than that? It'll serve as a symbol to the identity of this team and part of the identity of this city for years to come. So why not have part of that identity from day one be helping a community when it needs it most? Now, to most people, I'm probably overdoing this a little, or maybe even a lot. But a lot of us have been waiting a long time for this, and for those of us that are diehard sports fans, we've had our passion ripped away from us for a couple of months now, with the only real window into the world that we love being the NFL draft this last week. And besides, if I had more to talk about, and if a name announcement now didn't have at least some of the meaning that I think it could have to at least a few people, I would be talking about something else right now. But here we are. As far as what I think the name that the team has now apparently picked is, I do have an entire video about that I'll put a link to in the description below. But in short, I do think it's going to be the Kraken. I'm not quite as sure as a lot of people are about that. I think it's kind of a 60-40 that it's going to be Kraken versus something else. But if you want more on what those other potential names could be and why they would be chosen, check out that video that I linked down below. Alright, well that is the end of my rant for the day, so if you have made it to this point, thank you for watching. If you did like this video, please click the thumbs up down below. If you really like this video and you want to see more, the subscribe button is for you. And if you want to let me know how crazy I am, or if you have some thoughts of your own, the comment section down below is a great place to let me know about those. Otherwise, stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time, hopefully with some idea of when we'll get a team name. Anyway, see you later. Peace.